Trust is often talked about as the foundation of a company's success. And most teams think about trust in terms of customers, but within an organization, trust is equally important. Now, as you grow that organization, your employees must believe in one another. And when they don't, what happens? Performance suffers. So how do you build trust? Well, in order to build trust in the workplace, there is the typical advice to be transparent, be truthful, and have integrity. It's important advice, right? It's also critical to understand that your human wiring is also the bedrock of building trust. One of my CEO clients was naturally wired with a high degree of autonomy, and he didn't realize that he was commanding rather than encouraging. So he would then complain that his employees came to him for every decision, wondering why they couldn't make a decision. He actually created that environment. And when someone would come to him with a problem, he would tell them what to do instead of encouraging them to problem solve. When we work through how to create and communicate expectations, build in accountability systems, and coach others, he saw trust improve with his team on many levels. Now, as he changed how he was interacting with his team by asking them their opinions on what would fix situations rather than being told, they began to develop ownership over problem solving, which created more trust in their own abilities, in their trust with him, and with one another. In another dynamic, one of our clients had two employees that were at odds with one another. Now, one was naturally wired as an internal thinker. He would give a blank processing stare and often didn't say much in meetings. Another employee who was wired as an external thinker live streamed her thoughts. The internal thinker thought that the external thinker, the one who would live stream, could not be trusted simply because he thought she talked around issues. It was a perception, right? The external thinker looked at the internal thinker and did not trust him because the internal thinker wouldn't say much. So that external thinker looked at him and thought he was hiding his real thoughts. In actuality, these two individuals simply processed thought differently and made assumptions about one another that eroded their communication. Now, once they recognized what was at the root of their distrust and their perceptions, they could use simple techniques that meshed with one another's way that they processed information. For example, knowing that the internal thinker needed some time to process information, the external thinker could come back and circle back with him after he's had a chance to think about the topic. It wasn't that the internal thinker was hiding anything. It was simply a matter of time to think things through. Now, with the external thinker verbalizing her thoughts, it occurred to the internal thinker she was talking around issues. Now, understanding how the external verbalized externally, he recognized she needed the verbalization to crystallize her thoughts, not that she was talking around issues. She also learned to be more succinct and direct in her communication with him. See, building trust doesn't happen overnight, nor is it created with one and done tactics. Building trust is a practice applied every day. I'm Lisa Menini. Until next week, create a great life. Bye now.